Look, dude, I got one of these.
Wow. Are you coming to Sacramento or was that
No,
from
but
the
it was
PICKLR?
National Pickleball Day, and it was here at the PICKLR.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of King of the Court. We are your hosts, Tyler and
Jimothy
Miller, the one and only.
The one, the only.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We have a lot to go over today.
Yeah.
We have PPA Bristol. We have MLP Playoffs. We have the drama. Make sure to stay tuned.
Yeah. Drama for your mama.
Exactly. But first, we got to give a big shout out to our title sponsor of this podcast, the King of the Court podcast, which is the PICKLR.
Yes. Shout out the PICKLR.
We love the PICKLR. We are here in Lehigh. Well, it says the PICKLR. We got to get a Lehigh, Utah sign also.
Yeah, but we are here in Lehigh, Utah.
Also,
One
awesome.
of the towns, cities that I don't hate.
One of them.
One of many.
Yeah, you got to give us a history of Lehigh, Utah.
Yeah. I mean, well, Lehigh, did you know? Fun fact. The movie Footloose
Was filmed in the...
was filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old flour mill scene where he's doing gymnastics, swinging from beam to beam. Those flour mills are still standing on Main Street in Lehigh, Utah.
Yeah,
and they're still operating.
Impressive.
Yeah, so...
All right, Jimmy, real quick, tell us about the PICKLR.
Yeah, so the PICKLR, obviously, it's the number one indoor facility in all the world. They have something coming up, the Junior Fall Series.
Okay.
It is starting September 1st. So get your kids signed up. Essentially what it is it's a way for your juniors to level up. So you think that little Johnny is better than he is, but Duper's out there showing him as a 3-0. This is little Johnny's chance.
Little Johnny.
He can get some one-on-one instruction. He can play with kids that are his age. He can maybe make friends. He can actually touch a little bit of grass once in a while, take off the VR, quit playing the Xbox, maybe break a sweat.
Keep
right?
going.
Keep that blood pressure down, that heart rate. So check it out. The PICKLR Junior Fall Series starts September 1st. You can sign up on the app, I believe.
Yeah, they also had their, I think it was called the Heritage Cup, where they did an all-wood tournament, and there was a ton of pictures circulating from all the...
Bro, this is heavy.
Yeah, what is it, like 11 or 12 ounces?
It's got, feel it. Well, can you with your hand? It's heavy. It's pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
So they had a very successful tournament. Also, if you're interested in franchising, becoming a business owner of a PICKLR, reach out to them at thepicklr.com and tell them that the guys at KOTC sent you. They have over close to 50 opened locations with another 300 that are sold. They are also going to Australia and I believe New Zealand. They announced a week or two ago.
Yeah,
so
and
pretty
then
cool.
obviously they have Japan. Yeah. It's blowing up. Canada.
KOTC code works for all PPA.
Do you think that they'll have those Kit Kats at the PICKLR Canada?
They got a Brandon PICKLR.
Gosh, I hope so.
KOTC code works for all PPA and MLP tournaments. I kid you not. I was at PPA Bristol and I had multiple people come up to me. Guess how much one of the people saved using our code?
How much?
$400.
No way. Really?
He got VIP.
Wait, do we want people to know that?
We want people to know. We need every cent we can get. $400.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then there was a couple that saved like $50 to $80, but some serious savings using our code KOTC for all PPA and MLP tournaments.
$400?
Yeah. So I was like, there's no way that's possible. He said he actually got like a early discount.
Stacked them?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Now they're going to come change our code. Saving people too much money.
If you guys want a cameo, if you guys want a specialized video from myself and Jimmy celebrating your birthday.
No. You know what I want someone to do? I want a cameo, and I want you to have Tyler help you with your fantasy football draft. It's fantasy football draft season. I think someone should pay for a cameo.
Not football.
To have Tyler help them with their fantasy football draft.
Not football.
Be amazing.
Not football.
To see Joe Montana get drafted again.
Is that like the state? Like
yes,
Wyoming?
Exactly,
Utah?
Exactly,
Johnny Utah?
Exactly. Johnny Utah. You know what that movie's from?
No, I just said Johnny Utah.
Isn't that Point Break? Isn't that the guy's name in Point Break?
Oh, where they surf?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't it Johnny Utah? Isn't that Keanu Reeves as Johnny Utah?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. Also, we have a Pickleball Central link. You have to click the link in the description below to save.
It is. I nailed it. Good.
Boom. All right. Where do we want to start? We have the lifetime ball. We have PPA Bristol.
Yeah, I think let's start with PPA Bristol. Obviously, lifetime ball is a big part of that.
Okay.
We said this on the last pod. We said that there would be upsets, Tyler.
I even tweeted.
Yes, we predicted there'd be upsets because here's the reality of it: is the lifetime ball is different. Okay, I mean, look, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but someone tried to say the lifetime ball was softer than the Vulcan ball. What did you think about that?
False.
Completely false.
Yeah.
Pickleball Studio came out and did a review, and they absolutely, one of them, I don't know who's who. That has nothing to do with their race. I do not think all Asians look alike.
Somehow the blame will come back to me. Don't worry.
I'm just saying that one of them hates it. A lot of pros hate it.
One of them hates it? Really?
Yeah, one of the Pickleball Studio guys hates the lifetime ball.
How come? What was the reasoning?
I think they feel like it's too fast.
Interesting.
And Fed actually sent something out about like the top 7 seeds all being eliminated in singles.
Yeah, I think it was top 5 unless the 6 and 7 also got eliminated, which eventually they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
I mean, everyone gets eliminated.
yes,
except for the
eventually.
2 players.
But so it wasn't, I said this would happen. I said that, the lifetime ball is conducive to those who love to just rip the shit out of it. And we ended up in men's singles with Gabe Joseph, who Gabe has always been around. He's always had decent success.
He's been around almost as long as I have.
Yeah. And he's always had decent singles success. Like if Gabe Joseph beats the Tyson McGuffin, nobody really blinks, right? Because Gabe is skilled. He's a good singles player. Very good.
The very first PPA singles tournament ever in existence.
Yeah.
I played Gabe for 3rd and 4th.
Really?
And I won. It was my only singles PPA medal.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like Gabe is kind of he's a guy that you see him more in the quarters, right? Or the round of 16. Gabe's not a guy that's making deep. He's a great player.
Very fast.
Very fast. Doesn't believe in wearing socks. They call him Baby Curios for a reason. Swagged out. He is as swagged out as it gets. Shout out Calabasas Pickleball. That's where he's from, I believe. But, Gabe is very good. But Gabe, I haven't seen Gabe get over that hump in a long time.
Yeah.
You actually played Gabe in Salt Lake last year.
Yeah, I played him a lot closer than I thought I would have. I think he beat me in 2, but they were fairly close games.
But so he makes a final, which I think is surprising.
Yeah.
And then John Lucian Goins.
Yep. JLG,
16 years old, Tyler.
Is he 6? I thought he was 17.
Oh, either way, 16, 17.
Okay.
Bringing the sideburns back, rocking the sideburns.
Okay.
JLG makes a final.
Okay.
I don't think anybody, maybe Jim Kloss, but I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card.
Okay.
Now, is that a direct correlation, do you think, to the lifetime ball?
Well, as we said, there was a lot of upsets in singles. And so that.
Because those two are big mini tennis,
Yeah.
sit baseline and rip.
So in my experience, once again, I'm not a scientist. I haven't done scientific research.
PICKLR has their own water.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Are you actually drinking? Oh, I thought you were faking it.
No, I drink it. It's good.
There you go.
It's called wet hydration.
So actually, Wet Hydration is the name of the company. And then PICKLR is just co-branding with them.
Okay.
I thought it was the PICKLR branded, and then their tagline was Wet Hydration. But Wet Hydration is the name of the company.
Oh, it is. Interesting. Wet hydration is the tagline. Actually, would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe they just filled them all up at PICKLRs across the country.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Tears of your opponents.
Exactly. Going back to the balls.
Okay.
I have not scientifically tested them, and so this is just going off a feel. I do wish, apparently they're very difficult to buy. Like you can only get them in person or
so yeah, right now you can only get them at Lifetimes.
Yeah.
You can pre-order. They're expensive. I mean, there's no way around it. Like
they are very expensive, but they last quite a bit longer.
They do, but they are freaking expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be with shipping. They're almost $6 a ball.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, what the consensus from the pros that I talked to, and I talked to 5 to 10 top players. I keep holding this up, but this is the Vulcan ball. So the lifetime ball is significantly bouncier. If I had to guess, I would say it's bouncing 30% higher than the Vulcan or Dura or Franklin. For some reason, it's a lot more difficult to curve the ball, to shape the ball, to put spin on the ball. And so a lot of people that have these loopy shots, these passing shots, they're just not working as much.
Yeah.
And then also in my games, I've noticed it skids a lot more than the Vulcan. The Vulcan will take funny bounces, but that's because it's just bouncing weird. This will skip or skid.
Which is tough. I mean, picking it up is tough.
But it does have a more consistent bounce overall compared to
it does,
the
but
other
it's
balls.
a higher bounce.
It is, yeah.
So you're seeing if you watch. I mean, look. Here's the thing. Watch the matches, right? I mean, the ball's coming up a lot higher, and players are just gripping and ripping, and the power players. Now, I'm not saying that. I mean, look, Matt Wright is not a power player, and he made a final, right? So it's not everybody, but you are going to see a lot more of that. I mean, until players get used to it.
So I have 2 theories, and they need to be tested. At first, I thought everybody was going to be ripping the ball because the ball's bouncing up so much higher. Yeah. But I got into one of my games, and there was a lot of dinking. And I realized halfway through, I'm like, everybody is so scared to speed up the ball because it's going to get smashed if it's not perfect. And so everybody was just really barely touching the ball over, and it was just barely landing in the kitchen. And then there was another game where I felt like a lot of people were taking a step back and really speeding it up. In the end, I think more people will start speeding it up rather than the dink game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look, there was a lot actually of this weekend I saw where like Riley Newman was just sitting on speed ups, right? And his little pancake was just smashing them. And I just think that, like you said, people were a little bit worried because of how fast these counters were coming back. But it's not like there wasn't long dink rally. It's not like we're using, remember those super balls back in the day or whatever they were called, the bouncy balls? Remember the pink ones?
Yep.
It's not like we're using one of those, but there is a difference. And the pro players notice the difference more than the amateur players will.
I personally, and I don't think other pros struggled as much as I did not expect it to take as long as it has to transition or get used to this new ball.
Yeah, but other pros have made that comment.
I'm still not
about it.
I'm still not accustomed to adjusted to it.
And there's some people out there like, dude, I was reading some comments, and look, the Facebook comments are always the worst humans. But some guy was saying that the lifetime ball is very similar to a Franklin. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's
more similar to a Dura.
Yeah, you guys if you're saying stuff like that, you have no idea what you're talking about. So just don't comment because you literally have no clue what you're talking about. Don't say it's softer than a Vulcan. Okay. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, look, it's going to take some time to get used to. I think if somebody tuned in to a tournament 6 months ago and then they tuned into a tournament today, they probably don't notice much of a difference.
Yeah.
But obviously the players
I think all pros will adjust.
They'll adjust, exactly.
Within 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. But there are a couple things. So first of all, men's singles, JLG ends up beating Gabe Joseph in 3. I mean, dude, 16, 17 years old, however old he is
I don't know much about him. From what I've heard, he was a high-level tennis player.
Yeah.
And I heard when he's been playing pickleball for at least over a year. Tournaments.
Yeah.
And I heard he was still doing both tennis and pickleball. But if I had to guess, it seems like he's transitioned more to just pickleball.
Yeah, it looks like, so he's tennis. He's very high rated tennis player. Boy, 16. He's class of 26. So he's a junior in high school.
Wow.
He is a 5-star tennis recruit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the kid is probably going to could probably go play tennis wherever he wants.
Yeah. So
we'll see what he does, what he chooses, right? Maybe he still has a chance to play both. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, other 5-star recruits, right? I mean, Christian was a 5-star recruit. Anna Bright was a 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that they're as good as they are. Vivian Glausman was a 5-star recruit, I believe.
Yeah.
So anyways,
awesome. I love to see it. As I always say, I love seeing new faces. I love seeing upsets. I love seeing these breakthroughs. And so congrats to John. I've seen him play multiple times, and he's a great player.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? One thing that I think we should point out is he didn't have, he had a tough road. He had Wyatt Stone, right? Which Wyatt's, he had Yuta Funamizu. That went 3.
Okay.
Then he went Connor Garnett, Adam Harvey, who I think is very underrated. He's a good singles player.
Yeah, he's kind of streaky, but yeah.
Yeah. Christian Alshon, Gabe Joseph.
That's a tough path.
Yeah, that's a tough path. And so, yeah, he did great. And then he actually in mixed, he ended up losing to Catherine and Christian in mixed with Jelena Ingram, but they beat Yuta and Maya Bowie, which is, I mean, those are two premier level players. Of course, JLG is also premier level.
Yeah.
SoCal Hard Eights.
Yep.
Should they play him over Ryan Fu? Is it time?
Well, there's no more matches for this year.
That's true.
Unless they want to do the 50,000 charity tournament.
Well, I think that they will. I think it's the other team that's ducking them. Right? So anyways, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Congrats to him, dude. I mean, look, it's hard enough to win, period. But to win on the PPA tour and win at men's singles, which is what, we think might be one of the toughest disciplines. That's really impressive. So moving on real quick, because there's not a ton to talk about on this part, but women's doubles. Okay. So I think this is another place where that lifetime ball benefited AL and AB because they're bullies on the court, right? And this is a compliment, just to be clear. Did you see, by the way, that the Shock used one of our clips in Shock and Awe?
I did not see that, but I heard about it. You said it.
They used one of our clips, but they're bullies, right? What they do is, I remember once, it was Tyler Wren and, what's the dude's name that lives in Vegas? Firefighter.
Nate Roosh.
And they were playing those Walker brothers. The Dink Bros. You know them, right? Yeah. And those guys were like 15 at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And those kids were kind of a little cocky, right? A little, thought they were really good. And it was at TOC. It was probably 2020, 2021. Probably 2020. And Tyler Wren and Nate Roosh just ripped the ball through them every point. I mean, and Tyler does that anyways. But they did not slow a ball down. And even when those guys would like maybe counter or reset, they would just freaking speed up the next one. And they said, I remember when they came off, I was talking to both of them, and they were like, look, we're not going to slow a ball down until they could prove that we have to. And I feel like that's what AB and Annalie Waters did.
Yeah.
They did not slow a ball down. They're like, look, we know that we have the best hands. We know that we have freaking the best speed ups, and we're not going to slow anything down.
Yeah, it's a good play.
They gave
why stop when it's working?
Yeah. They gave up 22 points total in 11 games. 2 points a game they averaged giving up. 22 points in 11 games.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, those two are, look, that I'm a huge freaking Jackie fan, and Catherine has been playing great. They lost 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's freaking tough.
Did they have flight to catch?
They did not. I did hear though. Well, they did have to sit for 6 hours because one of their opponents had a flight to catch, which is crazy to withdraw because you have a flight to catch. Is there not a fine for that? Shouldn't there be a fine for that?
There should be.
Like, that's why guaranteed money is a bad.
How much should the fine be?
I think the fine should be a percentage of
your contract
or what you get per event.
And what percentage should that be?
Why not just take away whatever they're going to get for that event?
Gotcha.
Right? Or if you're playing 2 events, say so Colin Johns, I think someone did the math and he gets $3,000 per game he plays MLP. That's a lot. So why not take away? Yeah. Colin Johns doesn't put forth effort or whatever. He loses $3,000 per game. Or when he walks off the court, that's what he loses. So I don't know. I just think that it should be proportionate to each player's salary. I don't think you can say, hey, if you break a paddle, it's $1,000 minimum. I think it's got to be proportionate to each player's salary, because $1,000 to Ben Johns is probably nothing, but $1,000 to, JLG.
What if you're not on a contract?
That's tough because, I mean, if you're prize money only, then yeah, I think you should still be fined. You can't just run amok.
Yeah.
But I think your fine should be maybe a little bit different, or make them go work a clinic. Like, put them on like a...
Nobody would miss a flight then.
So when I was in high school, Tyler, funny story. When I was in high school, I got in trouble, did some things I shouldn't have done, had to do community service. Okay. There's nothing worse in this world than literally picking up trash on the side of a freeway in an orange vest. There's not. Yeah. It's awful. Like, it's almost humiliating in a way. Right. All my friends were driving by honking.
We can talk about this, but I got out early. And I caught a flight later that night, and I'm not joking. We had a connecting flight in Atlanta. There was probably 20 players on this flight.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fun to see everybody, but also a little bit like we all lost. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, crazy. For sure. So yeah, I just feel like, maybe something like that, like, maybe they have to do a clinic instead of taking money, I don't know. I don't know what it is, or you give them the option, but there's gotta be something. It's just gotta be, you just can't leave. You just can't peace out because you have to catch a flight. Like, are you pregnant? Is there a wedding? Is there whatever it is? But like, you won your first match. Like, don't sign up for that event.
Yeah.
If you have a flight at 12 o'clock on a Friday, chances are you probably shouldn't play that event.
Real quick, how often do you think this happens? Because we heard about it happening this last tournament.
It happened in Red Rock with another player.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Happens more than people might think.
Now, that other player, we won't mention their name, but that other player stayed. Mm-hmm. So that's why I won't mention their name. Lindsay Newman left from Bristol because she had a flight.
Yeah.
The other player stayed.
Gotcha.
She did have a flight, but she stayed. Now, I think that there are some players, though, that have left and that have pieced out. And
sure.
Like, and honestly, sometimes you look at these bronze matches and you'll be like 0-1. Mm-hmm. And I just think that they're like, see ya.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's crazy, but
all right. Women's doubles.
Yeah. So look, AL and AB rolled. They smacked everybody, but I think the lifetime ball played a role in that too. Mm-hmm. I think that lifetime ball is very, very conducive to their game.
And also, once again, to reiterate, this lifetime ball, those were probably almost the most ideal playing conditions for that ball. It was hot. It was humid. If the temperatures drop or it gets more dry, that ball will go even faster. Yeah. So that's something to consider as well.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that ball it works well for them. Look, they could play with any ball. Those two could play with they could play with a wet sponge and they'd be fine. They could play with a baseball and they'd be fine. Like
golf ball?
Anything but a basketball, because we've seen freaking Anna Bright. So anything but a basketball. Allegedly, I don't know. The Annalie Waters soccer myth, I'm going to call it a myth, continues to grow by the day. I believe, I'm a big Drew Felios guy, but I believe he said she could play for North Carolina. Mm-hmm. North Carolina is like the premier women's soccer team in all of NCAA.
Yeah.
Not sure that stopping soccer at 10, 11, 12 years old, she could have played for North Carolina. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she could have. But that myth seems to grow.
And grow.
And to be honest, if she could have, like truthfully, then she probably should have stuck with that.
She's making more money right now for sure.
For sure, but I'm just saying that like at 11 years old, there's no chance that she was making more money playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Right? Like what I'm saying is soccer was bigger when she was 11 or 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're like, I have a chance to play the U.S. national team.
Yeah.
Nobody's turning that down.
For sure.
But now, yes, she made the right choice.
Okay. Women's singles. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, women's singles. So, so Paris Todd, Caitlin Christian, both of them had great.
Annalie did not play.
I think that's very, very important to point out.
Do we know why?
No, someone just said rest.
Gotcha.
I wonder, I don't know. It's interesting because with it being a semi-progressive, you would think that this would be a perfect tournament for her to play all three, right? She's trying to time up some medal count again. She's good at doing that. Is she trying to time it up, or she's like, hey, I don't know. But Paris and Caitlin made the finals. Anna Bright played and had a pretty good run.
Yeah, her and Judith was feisty.
Yeah, so Judith, who is her teammate, I feel like maybe, I don't know, Ross Chaffetz should get his house in order. We're showing some cracks, some friction right before the playoffs. Never a good thing when Tyreek Hill is speaking out in the media against Tua Tagovailoa. But that's what's happening here. And so, yeah, she basically said, by the way, so Judith beat her.
It was 3, right?
It was in 2, 11-4, but it was 13-11.
Yeah, yeah.
And after she won, she said to Anna, that ball was in. And AB said, I saw it out. The ref saw it out. Right? And she said, well, it was in. And then AB said, don't call me an effing cheater. And dropped a couple more explicitives. Which, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting that Judith did that after winning.
Yeah, after winning,
usually after losing is when you see players kind of speak out like that. But she did it after winning, which tells me how adamant she was that ball was in.
Yeah.
I saw the replay, I think, and it did look in. Am I wrong about this?
I did not see it.
Maybe I'm not. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. But anyways, Paris Todd And that girl, Caitlin Christian, played in the finals. It was really close, 12-10, 12-10. Paris won. I do want to talk about something really quick, okay? I want to talk about players' personal lives, Tyler.
We love players' personal lives.
Here's the thing.
Making me a lot of friends.
Somebody posted on one of these Facebook forums how Paris talking about her dad made him tear up. Okay? Her dad had been sick, all these things. She talked about him, made him tear up. Number one, that's great. Honestly, like I don't have any issue with that. I think that's very heartfelt. But that is a glimpse into Paris's personal life. Right?
Okay.
So she's opening
so let's
it up.
open up the bag.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it is. Number two, Paris went on another podcast and she talked about essentially her relationship with Hunter. She posted her relationship with Hunter all over Instagram, every freaking thing. But she talked about the temptations on tour and how tough those temptations were. Hunter went on a podcast and said they broke up due to Paris's lack of integrity and honesty, I believe. So look, you are a professional athlete, okay? Whether people think pickleball is legit or not, it is. You're getting paid a lot of money, and therefore you become a public figure, right? It is what it is. Are professional athletes entitled to some privacy? Sure, I think so. If you're hanging out outside their house, if you're, stalking them, like you got to give them, Eminem's got, that song, The Way I Am, that says I can't take a without someone in the bathroom, without someone standing by it.
Can you sing it for us?
No, but he basically says they're asking for an autograph as he's trying to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Right? Yes, you're entitled to some privacy. But if you are parading around a boyfriend, if you are talking about family illnesses, which is okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Like this, people want to hear this. And you guys break up. People are going to ask why. And if you go on a podcast and you talk about the reasons why, it's okay for them to come up and for people to discuss. So somebody said, didn't Paris cheat on Hunter with Jaume, right? Or Jaume, as Rob Cassidy called him all weekend.
Okay.
And a bunch of people jumped on this lady and they were like, none of your business, nosy Nancy, blah, blah, blah. No, it is her business because they were the ones who talked about it publicly. They're the ones who started bringing it up. They're the ones who, just like when AB and James broke up, everybody wanted to know why. It became public, right? It's okay. Like, look, if you divorce your wife, you're very public with your wife, right? You love your wife. You got 2 kids.
Yeah.
People are going to ask, now, do you owe them anything to tell them? Of course not. But if it comes out, the reason, because she found someone that actually makes more money than you, I'm not saying that would happen, but I'm just saying that it's possible that it could get out there.
Yeah.
And if somebody is curious because they've become invested in Tyler Loong as a player, and Tyler Loong is a podcast host, and Tyler Loong's family, right? And Britt came on the podcast, and so they're invested in you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're okay with these fans being invested in you and following you and liking you and loving you. But then when you want them to leave you alone.
Yeah, I think like you said, they were very public.
Exactly.
And so had it been a little bit different where they weren't public, there's a couple of relationships that I know of on the pickleball side that they're very quiet about.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a little bit different. But
yes,
if
exactly.
you're taking pictures and
we know about several that we have not mentioned because if they want to be quiet about it, then that's their prerogative.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go out and you're going to parade around with it, which is great because look, you love somebody, right? Nothing says I love you more than making Instagram posts, right?
Actually, I saw a funny or ironic statistic that said the couples that post more about their significant other have a worse relationship.
No. Listen, there is truth to what will happen is you'll see these couples that they don't really post much on Facebook or Instagram. And then all of a sudden they'll start making these lovey posts.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, he's my number one. Oh, I'm so grateful. That's when you know their marriage is in trouble.
Yeah.
And 6 months from now, dude will be scrubbed from their page. I promise.
Yeah.
Promise. That's the last ditch effort to try and save it.
Yeah.
And then the dude will be scrubbed.
Yeah.
Or the girl or whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's a tale as old as time.
All right, real quick, we got to give a big shout out to our next sponsor. We still yet do not have a mini pickleball net, but it is C&D Pickleball Nets. They are
the best.
They are the best pickleball nets out there. They've been with us from the very beginning, which this pod has been going on for close to 2 years. So we love them. They make the most premium, high quality nets. They have nets for all different occasions, whether it be permanent or portable. They deliver that incredible playing experience and delivers just high quality points.
Yeah, C&D. Look, there's nothing better.
I guess the points would come down to the players, but it delivers the best experience.
I actually got a video sent to me of a guy.
They need to make mini nets though. I'm serious. How fun would that be?
Yeah. Remember paper football?
They
used to play paper football?
Exactly.
They should have like a mini pickleball net.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I got a video sent to me of a dude crashing into a net, C&D, full speed, hits the C&D full speed. He bounces back, the net doesn't move.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, they are.
C&D prides themselves on the quality, the durability, and how strong the nets are.
They're the best of the best.
Oh, funny story. So I don't know if you saw, but I was in my first men's doubles match and I went for an Ernie and I hit it successfully.
Yes.
And then I like kind of hobbled around, kind of got around the net, but I hit the net on the way back. Had it been a C&D net, it would have stood there, right there, not even moved.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw Jessie went for an Ernie and mixed.
I did not.
And she stepped on the base.
On the feet.
On the feet. Stepped on the feet.
And it moved?
And it moved. And she said that that's not a fault. Because the feet they're not on every net, I guess, is the way her argument was.
Yeah.
And no surprise, go get Don.
Don Stanley.
Don comes over. There's 30 minutes later. I mean, just a mess. I actually think Jessie, I don't know. I don't remember what happened. I literally had to tune it out because I don't think it was like on an SC4 court, but she was playing Lena. So I was watching because I'm a good GM. But yeah, I think Jessie ended up winning 16-14 in that game. But yeah, of course she was arguing.
Gotcha. Anyways, thanks for the support, C&D. Go to bestpickleballnets.com and use code KOTC. My favorite is the Challenger net right now. It is super economical, yet still delivers that incredible playing experience. They're also very portable, so if you put them on your driveway, anything like that, you can move them pretty quickly if needed. All right. Men's doubles?
Yeah, let's talk men's doubles.
Men's doubles. Let's get into it.
Matthew? What's his middle name?
I don't know. I was just about to ask you.
Joseph?
I feel like you should know it.
I bet I would know. Let's see. I'm going to Google it. So
Matthew James.
It could be James. I think if someone said, no, that's not him. That's a baseball player born in 87. Not right. It's 10 years older than that guy. All right.
Real quick.
William, maybe? I don't know.
James Ignatowicz, he pulled out.
Yeah. So James Ignatowicz pulled out. He was sick.
Yep. And then I thought there was one more. Dylan Frazier got injured in singles.
So Dylan Frazier got injured in singles. And here's an interesting thing about Dylan Frazier is he finished a singles match. He lost 11-9.
I saw that. I was there in person. He was up.
Was that Noe?
Noe. He was up 9-6 in the third.
Yeah, he lost 11-9.
That was an incredible match.
The next day, he played women's. He played mixed with Jackie, and he could not move. It was obvious he couldn't move. Look, the announcers, it was Cam Blackwood and Grayson Golden. I mean, Grayson's obviously, neither one of them are like on the tour, like announcing regularly.
Grayson's on the tour.
I mean, announcing regularly on the tour. I thought Cam did a pretty good job, but they were like questioning why Dylan and Jackie were playing straight up. They're questioning why, so Dylan, his leg gave out at one point. I don't know if you saw it, but he gave out and he crashed into the kitchen line, into the kitchen, like full speed, tumbled over, looked like he was drunk. Not kidding.
Yeah.
And they kept questioning it the whole match. And I was like, guys, he's clearly hurt. Like you can tell he's hurt. It was weird that they weren't acknowledging it. It was obvious that he was hurt. I mean, they got killed by Connor Garnett and Millie Rain. Jackie was trying to play as big as she could, but and then it was like 2 points left in the game. Okay. And Grayson goes, oh, you know what? When we were rolling out today, he said something about his hamstring. So like, not only did he watch the whole match, but he told you in person.
But he did have an incredible t-shirt.
He did. He had SpongeBob.
Yeah, that was
and
awesome.
Paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Volaire signed a deal with SpongeBob.
Yeah.
They must have licensed it.
Yeah, they had to. They have to.
Yeah. They'll probably get sued if they didn't. It's sick, dude. Like it's awesome. Shout out Volaire because I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
So Dylan got hurt. So that means in men's, Dylan was still hurt. He didn't play great. Will we see Dylan in San Diego? I don't think we will, dude. I think it's that bad. But he was hurt. James Ignatowicz pulled out. It was just kind of a couple guys didn't play.
Yeah, I feel like there was one.
Pat Smith pulled out.
Yeah.
Deckel didn't show up. He didn't play.
Yep.
Christian was supposed to play with QD.
Yeah.
And QD didn't, obviously is in Vietnam. So Christian didn't play men's. So yeah, there's a lot of kind of interesting holes in the bracket, I'll say. So so men's. Matt Wright, Jaume Martinez Vic.
Yes. Jaume?
Jaume.
Not Yaume?
Not Jaume. Jaume.
Jaume.
Somebody said that it actually is pronounced Jaume in Spain, but not in Mallorca, where he's from. I heard that. I don't know. What do I know, dude? I mean, come on. We thought that. Well, I didn't. You did. You thought there were hurricanes in St. Louis. So what?
That's what somebody said in the comments.
So what do we know? But I'm going to trust the internet for once. All right. So
they play Fed and Hayden.
Play Fed and Hayden. Yeah. So they
Matt and Jaume.
Matt and Jaume play Fed and Hayden. They end up losing game one, I believe.
Real quick. Rob Cassidy was the first one to pronounce Wang Yung.
Yes.
So maybe he's onto something.
Wang Yung. Yes, that's true.
Maybe he's onto something.
Listen, Rob doesn't mess around with names, right? So they lose game one, and then they come back and look, Matt Wright. Let's talk about Matt for a minute. He's 48 years old. Okay.
Be careful. If I say that, people get mad at me for calling him old. He's 48.
Hayden
He's near
is
50.
19. If Hayden played for 20 more years, he would still be 10 years younger than Matt Wright.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of wild to think about.
Yeah.
Or close to 10, 9, I guess. But okay. So, but one thing that Matt does really, 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 really well, he has good hands. He's always had good hands. His counters are good. He is a good, what I like to call a good bad ball hitter. And what that means is he can hit the ball. He can counter in awkward positions. His paddle doesn't have to be in one exact position every time.
Chicken wing.
He can chicken wing. He can pancake. He can backhand count. He can flick. And sometimes he just slides and look, he doesn't move great. It's not the fastest guy in the world, obviously. I'm not sure he drives many balls anymore. He kind of drops everything, plays kind of old school style.
You know, I've said, I mean, me and Matt, we have whatever. But what I will say is I feel like his stuff defies most of the rules.
It does.
His serve is maybe 3 to 5 miles an hour. I'm not joking.
No, I know.
I'm not joking.
He doesn't serve big.
His return of serves are the same.
But he has embraced being a right side player.
Yeah.
You give him an athletic left side guy that covers a lot of court.
Yep.
And he's dangerous.
Yep.
And look, nobody wants to speed up Matt Wright other than Ben Johns in the gold medal match, who kept going at Matt. But Jaume was covering a ton of court. And Matt was doing his job. He's doing it really, really well. And look, they beat freaking Fed and Hayden. I mean, Matt might be the one guy on the planet who, you know, he's got Fed across from him. And he feels like he can beat Fed in a hands battle, right? He's not scared of anybody in a hands battle. And so they ended up winning that one in 3.
And it was 11-9 in the third.
11-9 in the third. It was tight. It was a tight match. And then they end up playing
Tyson and Max.
Yes, Tyson and Max.
Okay.
And they lose 11-0
the first game.
in the first game.
Yep.
And not just 11-0, it was like 11-0 in about 4 seconds. Like that game was over and you're like, well, it was a fun run. No chance Matt's staying for the freaking bronze match tomorrow. But that was cool to see Matt Wright. Nope, they come back. They win 11-7, 11-8.
Yep.
So Jaume and Matt end up making the finals. And look, they kind of got steamrolled a little in the finals. It was 11-1, 11-6, 11-2. But I mean, I think it's insanely impressive. I mean, like we said, dude. So this is the finals, okay? So Ben is 26. Jaume's 31. Gabe is 19. And Matt is 48.
All those guys have been playing, minus Jaume, have been playing five years.
Yeah.
5 plus years.
And then here's what's crazy.
Yeah.
The bronze is Riley, who's been playing how long?
Jay,
those guys have been playing a decade.
Tyson.
Yep. And then Max is the new one there.
Yep.
But that's wild. Like the OGs came out in Bristol.
Yep.
I mean, Ben, Matt, Riley, Jay, and Tyson all freaking making medal matches It's pretty cool.
It's great. Yeah.
Like, you know, we've heard it over and over and over. Oh, the tennis guys. And look, Max Freeman's a tennis guy. Mm-hmm. He played at Vandy, I think. I think he was there before Ignatovich got kicked out. But he was really good.
Yeah.
Lefty. But like Tyson, Riley, and Jay, I mean, those guys are OGs. They've been playing since PPA's inception. They were playing US Opens against you in 2018 for $75 and a freaking piece of jewelry, like
a jacket, a sweater.
The sweater.
US Open.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Wright, you know, he said that they originally, you know, we've had Lucy on the pod a couple times, but when they first started, they were playing like some sort of like tennis game that they invented over volleyball nets or something. And they would go they all went to, she met Matt, he was coaching or something at Wichita State, and they would play this game, this like tennis game where you really don't have to move. And then they found pickleball and they started playing that. And then their very first event was 2017, I believe, or 2016 US Open.
Yeah.
They'd never played before, never played tournaments.
Yeah.
And Lucy, I believe, won singles in that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Crazy. I mean, just insane. So it's awesome to see. I mean, look, dude, Matt played great. I mean, there's nothing else that you can say. And honestly, if I want to be very, very honest, is Jim Kloss said Matt would not win a medal this year unless he played with Ben. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy that Matt won a medal.
Exactly. I'm going to get out in front of this right now because I know there's going to be questions about it. Matt Wright is a good player. I think we've always said that. He's always been a good player. Yeah. He is a good player. He has good results.
Sure.
The thing that I've always said is about his antics. It's not really been about his play. He's a good player.
I didn't see much of that this weekend, though.
Maybe it's just me.
I didn't see. I mean, he had a couple moments with Hayden and Fed.
Yeah. Maybe he's changed or maybe it's just me, but my stuff has always been on the antics, on the personality side, not the play. But he is a good player.
Do you think that maybe it's because he knows it works?
It could be, but still, that I don't think that's right. To be a jerk, you can be a jerk to a lot of people and know it gets under their skin, but does that make it right? And that's what
I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, does it work? How competitive are you?
Oh, I feel like if you're competitive, you should be good enough to just beat him with your own game then. I mean, he's good enough to beat anybody with his own game. He doesn't need to resort to those antics.
That's fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah. And same thing with Tyson. When we had this little spat between Tyson, and it wasn't about his skill level. It was always about the antics off the court, on the court, and stuff like that. Most of the stuff that I say is never about criticizing people's play. I'm going to put that out there right now.
I feel like Tyson's kind of been trying to repair his image.
I like Tyson. I've always liked Tyson, even when he was not very nice to me.
Do you like his new tattoos?
I don't think those are the best.
What about the neck one?
Yeah, that's the one I'm referring to.
Oh, but Meg, you're okay with?
What do you mean? Oh, the back?
Meg on his back, yeah.
I'll stay out of that.
If you look at it, let me just be honest. If you look at it as tattoo, is it easy to make out who it is? Is it obvious?
I mean, since we know Meg, I think you can kind of put the pieces together. If you did not know who Meg was, or if you'd only seen her a couple times, I don't know if you would.
But does it look like Meg?
I mean, it's resembling her.
Oh, a resemblance of Meg? Have you ever seen the Tom Brady sketch, courtroom sketch?
I have not. Big shocker.
I'm gonna look this up.
What's it on?
He was
like SNL? Or?
No, it was during one of those, like, I think it was one of the Patriot scandals. When the Patriots, right? Is that what Meg looks like? Is that what you think it looks like?
I don't know. And
can you tell that's Tom Brady?
And actually, to be fair, I've only seen one picture of the tattoo of Meg. And so,
but does that resemble Tom Brady?
Probably not. Probably not.
Anyways, I'm just curious if that's what we're talking about.
All right, but yeah.
We have to post that Tom Brady sketch now. People are like, what is it?
All right. So the finals, it was 3 games.
Yeah, so it was 3 games. Look, Ben came out, first 5 points, and he blew up Matt.
Yeah. Ben, he knows a lot of the players' games, what works and what doesn't, and he just executes so well. He knows where to go. He knows what to do. And so with a lot of these old-time players especially, I feel like he has them really, really figured out.
Yeah, Ben played amazing. Gabe.
I actually heard that Ben and Gabe had a tough or close one with Jay and Riley.
So
a little bit.
Yeah, so kind of interesting, but dude, Riley was just sitting on a lot of balls. I mean, he was kind of sitting there, forehand like this. They won the first game, Riley and Jay. And then Ben and Gabe won 6 and 7. Like that's not, and they won 11-8 the first one.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that's pretty close. That's not, it's interesting because Jay and Riley.
Dude, I complain about this all the time and it's just me making excuses. And it's a good thing to have, but I feel like the teams that me and Connor always lose to, they almost always take top 3.
Well, I mean, this draw was very set up for.
Which, I mean, that's a good thing to be losing to those teams, but.
Yes. But this draw was very set up for whoever won the match between you and Jay and Riley and Connor.
They had a great path to the semis.
Because you would have had Donald Young and Eric Roddy next. No offense to those guys. Similar to, so Juan Benitez. So Dylan and Noe lose because Dylan can't walk to Dow and Scarpa. And then Ignatowicz and Fu pull out. So Juan Benitez and Travis Rettenmeyer basically get a walkthrough.
They get to play Ben and Gabe in the quarters.
Yeah, but they had Dow and Scarpa in the round of 16, so they ended up making the quarters. So, it's just the way these things happen. But one thing I do want to give a shout out, Camden Chafin, bro. 14, 15 years old, maybe 16 now?
He's got to be 16 now.
You think he's 16?
Yeah.
Anyways, he makes it through freaking main draw through qualies in men's and in mixed. That's, dude, he's 14. Let's check his duper.
Go to duper.
Let's check his duper.
What's my duper? Hey, I was talking to Sarah from Duper.
Sarah's great, dude.
I feel like we need to get her on the pod.
We should. I think she'll do a full breakdown for us because she's the genius behind the algorithm.
She only listens to ours and then the dink.
Oh, the dink's a weird one, but she's the behind the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it because I'm really curious how old Camden is now.
Oh, she also said that she's all like, I didn't even think about this, but I didn't know you guys had a video with your pod. She only listens to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, but then she's all like, I realize you guys are on YouTube.
Yeah, does she not want to see our face?
I guess not.
14, dude.
Wow.
Oh, 14 on Duper. That means he turns 14 this year. So he can only be 13 at this point.
Jeez, I swear he's been 14 for 2 years.
No, bro, this kid's a G.
Cool.
That's impressive. Come on.
Give it up. Give it up.
A G. Yay. Finally someone playing APP Next Gen that is actually Next Gen. Right?
Not 30 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, anything else? Anything you see from men's doubles that...
No, I mean, there's good matchups. I thought that there was, good matches. I mean, look, everything we said, I'm just going to be very honest with ourselves. Everything we said about the lifetime ball, kind of throw it out the window in men's doubles because all these old OGs that grind ended up making it.
I mean, also Bristol, it's one of the smaller tournaments.
Yeah.
They did the, what did they call it? The semi Saturday. So it's a normal draw or normal format up until the semis. And then they do the semis on Saturday rather than championship Sunday. They still do the championship on Sunday, but.
Yeah. So did you know that Bristol Motor Speedway hosted a baseball game? They built out a field. Did you see the speedway at all?
Yeah, I drove past it.
So they built out a field in the middle of the speedway. Just barely. This was a week ago. And the Braves and the Reds played.
Nice.
And it was sick. The build out was insane. And then it freaking rained the whole time. Yeah. They called it the Speedway Classic.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you guys were there a week. Yeah. But it was pretty freaking sick.
All right. Real quick, we got to give a big shout out to our next sponsor, which is Vulcan Pickleball. We love Vulcan. This is the V Pro Flight. They're using it.
That's a racetrack.
Oh, nice.
Cool,
so the pickleball facility is right over here. It's pretty close. The V Pro Flight. We love the V Pro Flight. This is the ball that they have used in PPA and also are using in MLP tournaments.
MLP, it's also the official ball of Duper, Tyler. So if you were playing any Duper tournaments, if you were playing minor league, if you were playing collegiate, if you were playing high school, if you want to get
you have to use this ball.
Yes,
you have to.
It is.
Yeah.
You better get used to it. And guess what? All of you complaining, oh, my Duper's going down and I won. Well, guess what? Quit sandbagging. That's what it's here for.
You sound like Mickey Mouse right now.
Someone said Anna Bright sound like Mickey Mouse.
I know. I thought that was funny.
True?
I could see it, but
really?
Yeah.
Well, listen, you complain about your Duper going down because you're winning, then that means you're playing freaking weak opponents. And that means you need to up your game and you need to test yourself and challenge yourself. It's about time that everybody out there, all of you, start betting on yourself. Okay? Quit sandbagging. Quit taking it easy. Right?
Exactly.
Okay. Moving
Also,
on.
the thing that I love that was manifested to me this last weekend is you're able to shape this ball. You're able to put a lot of spin on it. It reacts to the paddle.
It's true.
And you can play as you think you should be able to play. Other balls, they don't offer those same qualities. And so if you're looking for a ball that fits that, go check out the Vulcan V Pro Flight.
Yeah.
VulcanSportingGoods.com. Use code KOTC.
Another fun fact. Did you know that the other ball is not USA Pickleball approved? 48 holes is not USA Pickleball approved.
Not yet. Yeah.
It is not USA Pickleball approved, Tyler.
Okay.
48 holes, for whatever reason, is 48 holes too, 8 holes too many?
I guess.
Yeah. So.
All right. We may have skipped one mixed doubles.
Oh, yeah. We talked. I mean, look, Ben and AL won. Christian and Catherine, did their best. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not seeing anybody beat AL and AB in women's, and I'm not seeing anybody beat Ben and AL in mixed. Okay. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I've said that for a long time. Yeah. And
it sucks.
I've said this before, but I think somebody will one off them, like one out of every 50 times or something like that.
Sure,
but it's not going to be consistent.
No, nobody's going to beat them consistently. We'll talk about this because
J-Dub in Georgia, they've beaten them once or twice, but it is not.
And look, they took them to 5 games, J-Dub in Georgia, right? And Catherine and Christian.
I'm telling you, it's these random teams that they haven't played before, but none of these top teams are wanting to split because they're making it so far.
Yeah.
But I promise you, if these top teams, if Catherine,
they lost 11-3, 11-2, by the way.
Kawamoto's, who else is up there? If Rachel, if they started playing with these random guys, I guarantee you would see a lot more upsets.
So I think
get DJ Young in there, get AJ Kohler in there.
Well, look, we got to give them a little more credit than credit's due. I mean, J-Dub in Georgia did take them to 5.
Yes, yeah.
Which it was 11-4, 4-11, 11-4, 7-11, 11-3. Which was weird that none of the games were close and it went to 5. And they just kind of went back and forth. I thought that the best chance to J-Dub and Georgia always have a chance. I thought Daescu and Anna Bright might have had a chance.
Yeah, someone like Daescu with Anna Bright.
They did take like bronze. That, yeah. Catherine and Christian lost 3-2, by the way. Think about this. Poor Catherine, she lost 3-2 in mixed to AL. Yeah. And then she lost 3-2 in women's.
Sad, but hey, you're finishing top still.
Yeah, I mean, she finished. Actually, she lost both. She actually lost both her bronze, so she finished 4th in both. But
yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I mean, look, that team is very, very tough. Paris and Hayden, I thought that they had a chance, but again, draws do matter as well, right? And sometimes you run into, look, if you're on Ben and AL's side of the draw, it's tough, right? Like, I mean, even if teams are playing very well. Now, those guys were not, but again, they ran into you have Daescu. You have J-Dub in Georgia. Everybody's freaking good, right? Etta and Fed.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. What's interesting is, I'm trying to find the scores because it was very close. Right here. Paris and Hayden played Catherine and Christian. And each game was super intense. It went 13-11, 12-10.
How do you like Christian stomping?
Look, it doesn't bother me, and I feel like you're stomping. You're not like stomping on a basketball court. You're stomping on like a hard asphalt. I mean, like it's a tennis court.
I don't think his did, but sometimes they squeak. Your shoes can squeak.
Maybe they squeak. Yeah. But I think the stomp itself, I don't know how much of a distraction that is. Hayden clearly was bugged by it. He was like, Don, he's stomping again. I thought that was kind of weird, but.
So for those of you that have not seen, during a long point, they're all up at the net, and when Christian was not hitting the ball, he's done it a couple times, but he steps on the ground pretty loud, and I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know if it's to distract his other opponents or if it's like a nervous
I think
itch.
It's a distraction. It's no different than when like a ball bounces high in the kitchen and someone like fake swings, right? That's been happening a lot lately. The fake swing, we had it happen in MLP. A couple times, it's just like people are trying to come up with their own ways of kind of distraction. So
yeah, but once again, I mean, if he is doing it that way, that is a legitimate distraction call.
Yes,
and so that could be called.
Yeah, that's true.
Jimmy, real quick. So we've harped on this so many times, but we just wanted to talk about it again because we keep getting these stories about these freaking juniors, these freaking kids
Yeah.
What's going on in the world? Is there hope for humanity?
So look,
I don't think I have hope.
There's not. I heard. Now, I don't have details on this, so somebody does. I heard some junior parents got into it.
Must have been Elise's.
Probably Elise. Yeah, probably must have been Ryan Jones out there. But I heard they got in a fight. Junior parents are arguing with each other. Dude, I mean, look, parents are still the worst part of sports. Like they are. They're the worst part of youth sports. Little Johnny is not going to become a professional, right? There's nobody out there on the pickleball courts. There's nobody out there on the baseball fields. Nobody out there on the football field at 10, 11, 12 that are out there offering scholarships, okay? You're not getting a scholarship today. Connor Pardo is not sitting there at the fence thinking, oh, I want to sign this 12-year-old kid because he just hit a winner past a 9-year-old, right? Nobody cares. Play it for fun. Play it to get better. Quit being so damn freaking just a-holes on the court. Quit
like there was a physical fight, right?
That's what they said. Sort of yeah. Quit screaming. Quit yelling. Quit doing all the things. Okay, like none of it freaking makes sense. Right now, like if you get older, fine. You got $50,000 prize money online. You want to act a fool, go for it. But right now, you're playing for a plastic medal. Okay. Nobody is signing you today. And parents, guess what? Your kid's not that good. I promise. I promise you they're not that good. Okay. They're not as good as you think. Stop glazing them. They could probably use a little bit of discipline once in a while. Maybe a reality check. I think that if you give them a little bit of a reality check, then, maybe they won't act like little dickheads. And it's every single event, Tyler. Every event, something like this is happening. It's insane. Like, dude, I know players that play juniors that literally are like, we're not even playing anymore because we're so tired of these kids. And they're good players.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Like, quit acting like that. And the parents, you are the problem. It's not your kid. It's you.
Done.
Ship them to Daytona. Oh, wait, they are.
Okay. There's still a lot to go over. Do you want to talk about contracts?
Yeah, we can talk contracts for a minute.
All right, so give us the scope, where we're at, and what's going on with contracts.
Yeah, so basically, look, everybody signed those massive deals, 3-year deals, most of them.
During Tour Wars,
During
MLP,
Tour Wars,
PPA.
We're winding down in year 2. PPA is looking to extend players, but what they want to do is they want to change the structure of that contract. And what they want to do is they're saying, hey, in exchange for some more long-term stability, we need to essentially push out your deal to 3 years.
They're trying to reformat the structure where it's more of a prize money model.
Yes, exactly. And so what they're saying is, so if you are a player and you are owed $300,000 for 2027, okay, they're saying, re-sign with us. We will spread that money, $300,000 over 3 years.
We'll guarantee you $100,000, and then you have the possibility or the potential, the ability to earn almost unlimited if you're winning.
Yes. So they'll say, we'll spread it out over 3 years, $100,000 per year. But you're on a prize money structure now. And if you don't hit the 100,000 in the prize money, then we'll make it up and we'll make sure you hit your 100. But if you do, and you make beyond that, then great. I see two sides. Okay. I've talked about this before, but number one, some players have already been asked to take cuts, right? And so that's where there becomes a little bit of disaffection there, right?
Maybe even multiple times.
Multiple times, possibly, yes. Number two, you signed a contract. Players have signed a contract. They're like, I signed a deal. Why do I have to renegotiate now? Fair. Third thing, though, is I think everybody knew when those contracts were signed, they were a little bit inflated. Now, look, it's not, the players didn't offer the contracts to themselves. They didn't go out and offer them to themselves. Fourth thing is they are still guaranteeing that money and they are giving you the opportunity.
But it is over a duration, a much longer duration.
It is. Now, look, I can see the PPA side because for them, they're saying that in order to get a TV contract, right, people have to be playing for something. Also, there are players, and we can't deny this, this is the truth, that have essentially mailed it in.
Yeah.
Once the guaranteed contracts came, they tanked and they mailed it in.
Yeah, to say full on tanked, I would say there's very few. There are some, but I think could you not use that argument with any guaranteed NFL, NBA, baseball, any sport?
Sure, it happens. It does happen. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I also feel like there's a lot of players that are scared. I don't want to use the word scared, but maybe they're not confident. Maybe when they signed 2 years ago, they were higher ranking than they are now. Jay's a good example. Jay was probably top 5 or 6 in the world when he signed. 7?
Top 10.
And now he's 20, 25.
Yeah, he's closer to 25.
Yeah. And so it's like, are you willing to bet on yourself? Right? Now, look, I'm a dude that has always bet on myself. I have never had a job in my life that has not been a straight commission job because I've never wanted somebody to tell me how much I'm worth. I've always wanted that unlimited potential.
How much are you worth?
Whatever I can earn.
How much could you earn?
I mean, I've earned a lot of money in my day, but I've also had some years where it hasn't been so much and I haven't been worth very much. But the point is that's just my mindset. But I also completely understand the person who's like, I want the security. I like having the security. I like having this. And it happens in other sports, right? There's NFL guys that are like, hey, I only want a 1-year deal because I'm going to blow up this year. And then next year I'm going to make more money. And then there's dudes that are like, hey, sign me to that 5-year deal. It might be a little bit less, but if I get hurt, if I have a bad year, if something happens, I want that long-term stability.
Yep.
So there's both sides of the argument are valid and fair. I don't think that there's a right or a wrong answer. And some players are going to sign this and they're going to sign this contract, and then other players are going to essentially just take the money and play out that last year and whatever happens. Right. But the thing is it's hard. It's tough because I think PPA knows that they put themselves with the help of MLP, right? With the help of Steve Kuhn, I don't think we can leave him out of this, into a very tough position with these contracts. They're losing money. They lost $40 million last year. So they're trying to do whatever they can to not hemorrhage as much money.
To cut costs.
And the number one cost are player contracts.
Yeah.
Player salaries. So they did a study. I saw the study. I was able to see it. And basically every sport, the highest percentage of revenue that players receive in a sport is around 46%. Okay. 46 to 47% of the revenue. That's in the NFL. Now the NFL is a $4.5 billion company. It's a little bit different, but, PPA or UPA, it's 76% of the total revenue. So they made $50 million last year. 76% of that went to player contracts. That's the highest. The number one player, the highest paid player in every league makes between 0.6, 0.7% of the total revenue. In PPA, it's like 5%.
4 to 5%.
4 to 5%.
Yep.
The top 5 players in PPA make like 15%. The top 10 players, highest paid players, we're not saying ranked, but highest paid, make like 20 to 25%. I mean, it's pretty astronomical compared to less than 10% in other sports. It is astronomical. It is very top heavy. If you were to run the numbers and you were to take an average of every sport and say the highest paid player in PPA, this is what PPA's revenue is. This is the highest paid player, the number one player. So we'll say Annalie Waters, who currently makes $2.25 million, by the way. She should actually be making around $500,000 based off of the revenue. So she's being paid 5x what she should be paid.
Yeah.
It's significant.
It's very significant.
And so I think that they're trying to get a grasp on that and try and figure that out. Now, look, it's hard to get a grasp on that in the middle of a contract. And so they are asking for goodwill. The problem is they've asked for this goodwill multiple times, right? And so that's where players are struggling with this. Nobody likes change. I think there's a book called Who Moved My Cheese? You ever read that book?
Have not.
It's about change.
Okay.
Nobody likes it.
You're a big book reader?
I'm a big book guy.
All right.
I was talking to a good friend of mine who's also a team owner, and we were just talking about some random stuff, and he actually gave me a Mark Twain quote. So speaking of books, and he said, the world doesn't owe you a living. It was here long before you, and it'll be here long after you.
Wow.
So nobody's
Profound.
owed, and I think it is profound because nobody's owed anything, right?
Unless you sign something.
But the contracts do matter. That's what I'm saying. The contracts do matter. But I do think that there is a point where it's like, you got to bet on yourself. Are you a professional athlete or not? And you got to bet on yourself. And it's like, okay, so my minimum guarantee is 100,000. And there's players out there that they give zero shits about the minimum guarantee. And then there's players that are like, well, look, based off my current contract or what my contract was, that minimum guarantees can't even make a living.
Exactly.
Based off my results.
Exactly.
Right. But it's still a results-based business. And you're only as good as your results, right? I'm only as good as a mortgage broker as my production. If I'm not closing loan, I'm worthless, right? And so that's where it makes it hard. But again, there are contracts and there's signed contracts.
I think this gets really, really messy.
Yeah.
Really messy. You made a ton of incredible points. I think one of them is the fact that many of these contracts are insanely inflated from players that probably don't deserve them.
Agreed.
And a lot of these players know who I'm talking about, the tennis players especially, that never picked up a paddle, and they're at the top 5 most highest paid players. How is that helping the sport of pickleball grow? The first few months, it may have helped it. Right now, it's probably not doing anything for the sport of pickleball. And so a lot of the current players are really frustrated about that. How are these players now still able to make 3 to 5x what somebody like, let's call it Catherine Prento. Jeannie Bouchard is making 3 to 5x what Catherine Prento is making. That's crazy. Maybe she's not making 3 to 5x.
No, she's probably making 2.
But that's crazy.
She's probably, I bet Catherine's probably 500 to 600 and Jeannie's probably $1 million. Yeah, I agree.
The other thing with the prize money is it is insanely top heavy. And so what they're doing is, I would say my results for the past, honestly, 10 years have been okay. I've been almost top 10, top 20 for almost my entire career. And I've been like right on that bubble, right on that fence where it starts to get good. And in my opinion, I actually think top 10, top 20 is pretty good. But you don't start making money, real money, until you're semifinal, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals for sure.
Yeah.
And if you're wanting that, you need to be paid X amount. So say you're ranked 25, you're guaranteed, call it $80,000. After travel, that's $60,000. You have $15,000 to $20,000 worth in travel. After taxes, that's another $10,000 to $15,000. You're left with $40,000.
Yeah.
$40,000 to travel 25 to 30 tournaments a year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I
think Ben and Adeline, I think they should be paid the highest for sure. Yeah. Not a question, not a doubt. They've worked for it. They've earned it. However, should they be paid 10 to 20 times more than the ranked number 25?
Yeah. Now look, if I'm playing devil's advocate, right? Play both sides. If I'm playing devil's advocate, I would say, it's a results-based business.
Yes, but they're not paying the results until the quarterfinals, essentially.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How much should someone who can't make the quarterfinals and in a PPA, a company that's lost $40 million and only has $50
million? But they're
million,
losing that amount because of these crazy contracts.
I understand. And that's what they're trying to correct, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that the 20 to 25 doesn't move the needle on correcting the contracts. But it does, because we have players in the 20 to 25 range that are making $800,000.
Sure.
Right. So I think that correcting that would move the needle. I mean, dude, Riley Newman's rumored at $1 million.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still top 15.
He is. Yeah. He is. But if Riley Newman were to play out what's the word? Compensation-based contract.
Yeah, he would not make that.
No, he wouldn't make close. No. It'd be like $250,000.
I mean, you could use Julian and Lauren.
Julian and Lauren is a great example, right? I mean, those guys just are absolutely just printing money right now. And but there's no chance that Julian and Lauren will.
So if you compare this to tennis, I don't have all the stats with me, but if you win the first round, if you lose the first round in a 128 at a US Open, how much do you think you get?
Well, it's a major.
It's a major for tennis.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
So I believe I looked it up a while ago. It's around $50,000 if you lose in the first round. $50,000, that's getting you a lot of places.
I agree with that, but we also have to look at where tennis is at compared to pickleball, right?
Yeah. My nose is itchy.
I mean, look, dude, the NBA does something called a veterans minimum. If you're in the league for a certain amount of time, you can make a certain amount of money, right? Like a minimum amount of money. Both sports have this minimum. Maybe PPA needs a veterans minimum, right? You've been in it for 5 years, 6 years, whatever. I mean, PPA's technically only existed for 5 years. So what you did pre-PPA, unfortunately, doesn't really have much basis to them. But I do want to look at this. The WTA, okay? You know what they
Anna Lee makes more than, I think somebody said, like the number 8 girl in women's tennis.
Do you know what the WTA did in revenue last year?
I have no idea.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
You know what the ATP did?
Probably 2 or 3x that.
4.25 billion. So that's why you can pay $50,000 to the 128.
Well, you could pay that amount right now if you got rid of these bloated contracts of these people that didn't deserve it.
Well, then aren't you? I get what you're saying, but now are you saying that they're bloating?
Also, I mean, we're all over the place with this, but I've said this for the longest time. I love Ben, and once again, he deserves everything that he's got. But if PPA wants to continue, instead of giving him, call it $2.5 million, what would they do? What would he do? What would Ben and Annalie do if they offered him 1.5?
I agree.
Where would they go?
Look, we're on the same page with that, right? You offer them $1 million, call it a day. Where are they going to go?
They're not going APP.
Yeah. I mean, APP is not going to give them $1 million when their entire prize pool is 1.5. Yeah. And if they do go to APP, they win everything. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I agree with you. Like
I think it's very sticky. I do see both sides.
But I also, I don't know.
Hey, listen, I took a pay cut. I took a massive pay cut when a lot of other players did not.
Yeah.
And so to say that I'm not for it, this is something that I'm for. I would still take another pay cut if I knew that other players were benefiting from this. The only issue is I know for a fact that so many of these contracts...
Wait. Did you say you would take another pay cut if it benefited other players?
Sure. If it changed the format, the structure of everything, yeah.
You wouldn't take a pay cut if it didn't benefit you.
If it benefited everybody else.
Wait.
And myself, sure.
Yeah, but you wouldn't take a pay cut if they're like, hey, we're going to pay out 30 through 50 more money. But
if that increases,
but you, Tyler, at 20 have to take a pay cut.
If that increase,
but Ben's going to stay the same.
No, not
exactly.
a Ben. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, I have done it, is what I'm saying, and I know other players have not done it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Some have, some haven't. Some held strong. There hasn't been any repercussions to that. So there's been threats of repercussions. Now, here's something interesting. The WNBA did $200 million in league revenue last year. Thank you, Caitlin Clark. Okay. You know how much their total players payout is, salary to players?
It's low. It's really low.
18 million. 9% goes to the players.
Yeah. But do you also know how much they're losing? Talk about PPA losing money.
They're losing same. That's what I'm saying.
Aren't they losing more? I thought
they lost 30 something million last year.
Oh, I thought it was in the 100. I thought it was like 100.
No. Yeah, no, they lost a very similar amount to PPA. So that's where it gets interesting, because it's like, do you want a WNBA average where these, players are making 85,000? I mean, Angel Reese probably deserves to make about 85,000 because she can make
her highlights are incredible.
Yeah, her lowlights are awesome. But I think she averages like 7 offensive rebounds a game off her own misses. It's pretty incredible. But anyways, yeah, I do. I think it's interesting. But most sports, the revenue share is between 43 and 46%. Mm-hmm.
So I don't disagree. There's a lot of players that are making a lot.
Well, and there's also 70. It's 72%.
There's also a lot of players that are not making hardly anything.
No. There's players on free contracts right now. There are players out there right now. They're on prize money only deals. Yeah. Which is interesting, right?
Yeah. What do you think, going off of what you know, what do you think? All right, let's do it for 3 different categories. What do you think the number 10 person in the world in pickleball should be making for men's doubles?
I think that if you're number 10, I think that something between, if you want my honest opinion, I think Ben should come down. I think.
What do you think the number one? All right, go number 1, number 10, 20, and 30. Okay. Number 1.
Okay, I think number 1 probably a market rate for that person should be around 500,000.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I think that would put number 10 around 250,000.
Okay.
I think number 20 would probably be around 150.
Are you talking about guaranteed, or that's how much they should make in prize money?
I think that should be total. I mean, I think they're the same thing.
Okay.
Either way, you're paying it out.
Okay.
Right. If you're number 20, if you make enough quarters, enough this and that to be 20, I think that's where it should be. Number 30, you're probably, honestly, like if you're the 30th ranked player, you're probably around 50 to 75,000 as a 30th ranked player. That's based off the revenue of the league.
Yeah. Right.
Now, look, I think PPA would never go that low, but I think that they should probably be $1 million.
I think
300
those projections times 2. So I think Ben,
that's fine.
1 million.
Yeah.
10, 500, 20, 250. If you're 30, 125.
Yeah, but now take your averages, okay? And if number 1 is $1 million, what's number 2?
That's where we're getting at.
And this is just men's.
Exactly. Number 1 is so top heavy.
Well, but what I'm saying is, if 1 is $1 million and number 2 is 750, and you work your way down to what'd you say for number 10? 500?
Yeah.
Right. So you work your way down to 500. That means that you have 10 players that are making about $5 million for those 10 players.
Yep.
Right. Or probably about we'll say $3.5 million for those 10 players. This is just men's only.
Yeah.
And then the next 10 players are going to be making around 2 million total.
Yeah.
So now we're at 5.5 million.
Yeah.
And the next 10 are going to be making $1 million. Now we're at 6.5 million. Now you take that over to the women's side too, right? And now you're going to be at $13-14 million.
Yeah.
Plus 30 to 100. There's 180
Yeah,
players
but at
signed.
least they'd be able to portray it as, hey, this is truly a prize money. Because right now you have to be signed.
Yeah.
And so anybody could get that. Anybody, it's their skill. They eat what they kill. I think that would appeal people like Grayson, for example.
But do you think that a player that doesn't make round of 16 should get paid?
No, I
Should
think
you get paid for showing up?
I think you should.
Everybody gets a trophy.
At least in the majors. Not a trophy, but you should get something. This is a pro tournament.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's a pro tournament.
Yeah.
So we should go back to appearance fees, which was pre-Tour Wars.
That, or you have to increase the prize money significantly.
But they're at 36 million in prize money.
You gotta adjust it.
You think it should be adjusted to the lower players?
Yes.
Is that because of where your ranking is? Would you feel that way if you were number one?
I've honestly, I don't know, because I haven't been number one.
I'm just saying, like,
I honestly think I would.
Do you think Ben?
And I say that because I have taken a pay cut.
Yeah, but would Ben?
I think initially
But Ben took a pay cut too.
Yes, I think he would have. Right now, I don't think he would, but I think a year or two ago, he would have.
But why? But I also agree with you. Why can't you go to Ben and be like, hey, this is what you're getting?
Because he'll say players, they're so freaking greedy right now. And so he's like, I've tried to work stuff out and it hasn't happened. So you guys are left to
Then let him walk. Then let him walk. Like sometimes you got to make hard decisions.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it needs to be.
I'm sorry, dude, but I think AL, yes, sure. AL moves the needle. She's big.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And I don't think Ben doesn't move the needle. Obviously, Ben Johns is a big deal. But if Ben Johns doesn't play in a tournament and Hayden Patriquin and Gabe Tardio and Andre Daskew and Christian Alshon and all these players are balling out, nobody cares.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, if AL walks, well, again, where does she go?
Yep.
Number one, she's freaking 18 years old. She's not going anywhere.
Yep.
Number two, you don't think people would be like, oh, great, freaking Anna Bright and Catherine Parento versus Rachel Rohrabacher and Georgia Johnson. That's fun.
Yep.
Tyra and Jackie versus, Jade and Mari. That's fun.
We can talk about this for hours.
Do they want to see someone give up 22 points in 11 freaking games?
I was talking, exactly. I was talking to a former gold medalist.
And it's not like it's not like you're not offering them anything. You're offering them $1 million.
Yeah. I was talking to one of these tennis players we're referring to this last tournament.
Yeah.
And it's ironic. It's interesting coming from this professional tennis player who was top 10 in the world in tennis. He said there needs to be fewer tournaments.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. But then there needs to be less money.
Not necessarily. You can make those fewer tournaments bigger and better. You'd have more time to advertise them.
But if you can, right? But if you're not, and there's not prize money in those tournaments available, the reason they have so many tournaments is because that's how they're paying these salaries. You're making $250,000, $300,000 per tournament in revenue. Yeah. You got to have 25 tournaments to pay everything, and you still lose money.
Well, or make them bigger.
Yeah, if you have 15 tournaments, though, right? That means you got to sell. You got to make $1 million a tournament.
Yeah, or increase the prices. Yeah, make them.
But how do you do that without? I mean, I'm sure if they could figure out a way to do that, they would. No, everybody wants to work smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah.
But how do you do it? Like, can you get Veolia to say, hey, Veolia, you're only going to be on Pickleball TV 5 times a year.
Yeah.
But we need you to pay the same amount of money. Not after they just got sued for $52 million by Flint, Michigan for ruining their water or whatever happened.
What does Veolia do? I heard a lot of people say nobody knows what they do.
Some sort of engineering, I don't know. No idea. But it's a terrible name.
Yeah, so supposedly there's a deadline for this contract negotiation.
This week.
August 15th.
Yeah, Friday.
Who knows if they'll extend it. I'm actually surprised at how few of names we've seen thus far. Now, we could see a lot more in the next few days. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Now, look, I don't disagree on the tennis player side of it, but I also know that...
And then also, they're combining MLP and PPA together.
They are. It is combined.
Which to me, that's very... I mean, I would be fine with PPA just having pure prize money. And then MLP is more like a team format where I feel like that should be more of a guaranteed thing.
But they've done that with MLP in the past, and the problem is people don't play hard.
When? Like, what do you mean? When have they
Like
not?
Colin and Ben, they don't show up. They don't play hard. They bitch about their teammates. They do all these things. Look, the one thing that people need to understand is that PPA and
Sign
MLP,
them on 2 different contracts.
but you can't, because PPA and MLP it is the same profit and loss. It is the same P&L.
Yeah.
So everybody that's trying to separate them and keep them separate, they're not separate. It is literally the exact same P&L.
Well, it eventually goes to the same thing, but you can have multiple companies under the same umbrella.
You can, but what I'm saying is they share a P&L, they share a bank account. And so the problem with that is you've got to get players to buy into both, right? Because look, part of that $50 million in revenue that PPA made last year, you know what it was? $10 million from team owners.
Sure. Yeah.
Team owners chipped in $10 million of that, right? Who paid the bridge loan? MLP team owners,
Yeah.
right? Who came up with $25 million, you know?
I'm
and
not
that's
just-
just
I'm
part
not-
of how
yeah.
it works. And so I just think that if you lose that piece of it, do I think PPA would have been fine at the beginning? Sure. But now that they've integrated so much, if you lose that piece of it with these team owners, then you're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough. But I do think that the tennis player thing, look, I almost wonder if you take 2026.
And to be honest, like also, in my opinion,
I do know one player took a buyout, by the way.
Huh?
I heard Sam Querrey took a buyout.
Nice.
So there's one tennis player gone.
Yeah. How much did they have to pay for that?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But
In my opinion,
less than what he was owed for the last year, I guess. So save some money.
in my opinion, even in men's doubles, if you're getting to a round of 16, if you're getting the quarters, that's impressive.
Yeah,
That's tough.
it is. And
But you don't get paid that way. You
Well,
only get paid if
well,
you're in
you
the quarters, semis, and finals, and mostly semis and finals.
Yeah, but it's all relative on what you think should get paid that way and what they think should get paid that way. And maybe that's where Zane Navratil, the new president, who honestly, as a guy that's in the 20 to 30 range, maybe Zane has a take on it and he wants to change the price structure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad, like it'd be one thing if Ben was there and he's like, yeah, make it top heavy. But a guy like Zane, maybe he has some sway there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's interesting though.
there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, as Zane has said. It'll be interesting to see what players opt in and opt out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, not everybody's going to sign by the 15th. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see if they stick to their guns. We'll see what happens with these players. We'll see if some defect.
In your opinion, your honest opinion, so PPA has kind of said if you don't sign, then they're kind of strong arming them and really wanting them to sign by a certain date. And they say if you don't, then essentially it'll be tougher to get re-signed in the future.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
I believe that for some players. I do not believe that for other players.
Okay.
Annalie Waters can sign whenever she wants.
Okay.
I think there are certain players out there that can sign. Anna Bright can sign whenever she wants.
Okay.
Now, do I think that there are other players like, and you just have to look? It sucks. It's life. You got to know your role. If Tom Brady wanted to miss training camp with the Patriots and show up on day one, he's allowed to do that. But if Ramondre Stevenson, you don't even know who that is, wanted to miss training camp and show up on day one, he's going to get a massive fine, and he might get cut. So yeah, I think that's the difference. And it sucks, but it's kind of life, and it's kind of, there's a pecking order. But there are players out there that I think that, yeah, they're not going to take this cut, Tyler. They're going to play out 2026 and 2027. They may not be around.
Well, if they're not taking the pay cut, I would imagine they almost might mail it in, as in they won't even try at all next year.
Yeah, I can see that.
If somebody knows next year is their last year of playing pickleball.
Yeah. Yeah, be interesting.
All right, big shout out to our next sponsor, Holey Performance.
Yes.
They sponsor the show. They sponsor King of the Court, and we also have a limited and exclusive flavor, which is white gummy.
Love the white gummy.
We love white gummy. Jimmy, tell us about white gummy and what it does for your body.
Yeah, so listen, smart electrolytes, fast hydration, endurance support, Tyler. Focus. That's the big thing, dude, is the focus. Dude, I have ADHD, if you guys haven't noticed. If you haven't noticed this, the way that our podcast flows, like it's all over the place. But Holey helps me, dude. It helps me lock in. It helps me stay hyper focused on stuff.
Bitcoin over 121.
Exactly. Thank you. Hyper focused ADHD. So yeah, check it out. Dylan Frazier was cramping. His hamstrings were cramping, and I think that the cramp led to a more serious injury. Started with a cramp. Had he been taking his Holey Performance, guess what? He's not cramping.
Yeah.
So check it out, holeyperformance.com. Use code KOTC. This packaging is rad. I mean, dude, this packaging is sick. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So check it out.
All right, on to questions. All right, you ready?
All right, yeah, I got some. All right, question number 1, Tyler. Are you guys on Blue Sky?
Oh, that's like the Twitter, right? Like,
yeah. Is it like the Democrat Twitter? I don't even know what it is.
I think it's a little bit more left leaning.
Okay. I don't even know. Like, honestly, I'm not. And
we're not. I don't think we can keep even our one account active. And so,
and that's not even like account, just to be clear, that's for no political reason other than I can't even remember my own passwords. All right. Who owns and profits from the go, no go machine? So people that don't know this is when you send in a paddle for testing, right? You can actually pay to have your own machine. The paddle manufacturers can, and then you can test your own machine.
Gotcha.
But you have to buy it from the paddle testers. So it's like they're making
sweet little markup.
Yeah. It's like they're making side money. They have like a side hustle.
Hey, got to make money.
And they're like, so my question is do more paddles, like does your paddle automatically fail unless you buy that machine? I don't know, but a little side hustle.
Is it a bad look when JMV is just smiling and laughing when he scores 10 points in 3 games?
No, I mean, I think that, look, sometimes you feel like you're overmatched and it is what it is and you just want to get the hell out of there. And that dude's always smiling and laughing.
Yeah, I would agree. Alex Hamner. Hello, Alex. Want to catch dinner with me and Troy one night in San Diego with Britt and the girls. Britt and the girls, I don't think will be there.
Hey, Alex.
I'm a possibility.
You didn't ask me, Alex. That's messed up.
Well.
How about this? I was dared to give Yates my number at SLC MLP. What's the percent of a chance he actually hits me up?
Wait, say that again. He gave who his number?
I was dared to give Yates my number.
Oh, this is a girl or a guy?
This is a girl. A girl. Happened to have a pickleball shaped heart sticker in my bag, and I put my number on it.
Well, I like Yates. Yates is funny.
The pickle matchmaker.
You fit his description.
Let's talk about this. Okay, so I think I mentioned at Red Rock, a girl walked up to Yates, and it looked like she had been dared to talk to Yates.
Yates or Hunter?
It was Yates.
Okay.
And she walked up to Yates, awkward as awkward can be. I think I told this story, and she was like, "You come here often?" And Yates, and there was like a bunch of players around. Onsons was there, Millie, and it was like we were all standing there staring, like, what is happening? And he got bright red, super embarrassed, and then she like ran over to her friends and sat down. It was weird. So this girl, though, you probably know her. She plays here a lot in Utah.
Okay,
can we out her? Is that okay?
If you want to, this is on you.
Rachel Greco.
Okay,
you know who Rachel Greco is? She comes to every event. She sits front row.
Okay,
at every Utah PPA. Right? Solid player. I think she's probably close to 5'0", I would guess.
So his level?
Yeah. I mean, probably Yates with a bad hamstring. She'd beat you. But she gave him his number.
Okay.
I also think she has a good job, like a nurse or some PT. I don't even know. I think she has a pretty good job. She's from Pittsburgh. Super cool girl. Should Yates hit her up?
Go for it, man.
Why not, right?
Hey, I'll ask him this week. He's
ask him. Yeah. Isn't it time for Yates to have a girlfriend and Hunter to be the third wheel?
I think so.
I think it's time. But she might be taller than Yates, and she's only like 5'4".
Okay. Anna Bright and Castillo going at each other at their singles match, and both of them are on the Shock team. Yeah, we discussed that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, look, it's okay. It's competitive. Don't call AB an effing cheat or whatever it was.
Most of the stuff, I'm not going to say it's fake, but most of the stuff most players don't hold on to for very long.
Yeah, they leave it on the court. That's what professionals and adults do.
Should emerging pro players be trying to break through on APP or PPA? Should emerging pro players be trying to break through on APP or PPA?
I think that's a fair question. I think that either one. I think you should actually, if you're paying to play, you should play both.
I said that from the very beginning. I always say, get as much experience as you can, play as much as you can, tournaments, everything like that. Yeah. Obviously, right now PPA is where the money's at, and so if you're
just trying to break through, like I think you play both and just get the experience, right? And just play like you said as much as you can, and then once you feel like you're going to actually break through and you can make some main draws, then yeah, you definitely want to play PPAs.
Why is stomping considered?
Because if Tyler has his way, 128 is getting paid.
I'd love that. I mean, even if it's a small amount, but
some rando.
Yeah.
How pissed would you be though if the lucky losers got paid? That made it to the draw.
That would suck. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, and you know it. Why is stomping considered a distraction? Is Hayden the softest player in pickleball?
Dude, it's really weird. I mean, like I said, I don't get it. I'm not there, so I don't know how loud it was. I don't know if his shoes were squeaking, but like, I don't know if it's any different than a player. So Michael Lloyd, I'll give you a great example. When Michael Lloyd speeds up a ball, he kind of has a little bit of a wind up, right? And even when he dinks, he does that same wind up. So he kind of hides if it's going to be a speed up or a dink.
The difference is Alshon is intentionally trying to distract him.
But Michael, if Alshon stomps and then dinks.
But he wasn't dinking. He wasn't even hitting the ball.
I just don't think there's anything wrong with it, honestly. I think that, I don't know, dude.
You guys are so sick of me saying this, but I always say, what is pickleball? If they want it to be more of a mainstream basketball, football atmosphere, then no, get rid of it. If you're wanting it to be like golf and tennis, then you have to call it.
But is it not anything like a difference than like a pump fake in basketball?
Well, we're comparing two different sports, but in pickleball, you're intentionally trying to distract the opponent. Yeah,
do you not? Okay, let's look at football.
Basketball, there's no distraction calls. Like there's not even those to begin with.
Yeah, there's face guarding. Is it no different than face guarding?
I think there's
what if you're a corner? What if you're a corner and you're covering a receiver and the receiver doesn't get the ball thrown to them and you put your hand up and try to distract them from catching the ball because just in case?
I'm not an expert on football, but I think these are pretty different situations.
I just think that it's, I think that if he's yelling, if he's like screaming, if he's yelling, then sure, that's different. But the stomp is like the most minor thing I've ever heard.
Is Roger Federer going to be on the PPA? I have not heard
if
that.
If he is, he's going to get paid a hell of a lot.
I have not heard that.
And so everyone else's money's going down.
But yeah, watch. Now we only can pay out to the semifinals.
He's like, hey, you guys are all taking a 40% cut because Federer's coming. Good news is Tyler's a team player, so he's in.
Exactly. But I did hear Nick Kyrgios is going to be playing a couple tournaments next year.
He has talked about it, but
I talked to Jack Sock, and he said they'll play a couple.
Yeah, they wanted to play a couple. I mean, we'll see with his OnlyFans and other things. He's pretty busy.
Why do some players not pick up the ball? It'll be right in front of them, and they walk away.
Dude, I think they're just tired, if I'm being honest with you, or they're just being a-holes to their opponents. Right? I mean, we can never forget, rest in peace, Jeannie Bouchard, who waited for the ball boys in her first ever event.
Who are the most notable players not expected to re-sign contracts?
Tyler.loong. Just kidding. I don't think that there's any notable ones right now. I mean, I think look, the high paid ones that we know, Riley, Julie, and Lauren, they would be, I don't think that they will. AJ
Do you think Deckel will?
No. I think his contract's too high. I think AJ Kohler surprised me if he did. I think he has a pretty favorable contract. And this is just speculation, by the way. Jay, I think Jay's still young enough, and he just had, I think the best thing that happened to PPA was the results that Jay just had.
Yes, yeah.
Because sure. It shows that he can still win.
Well, I mean, Matt, I think, didn't he already resign?
Matt resigned, but Jay, it's like, maybe in Jay's mind now, he's like, okay, well, I can actually play for a prize money based deal. And yeah, easier said than done, but yeah. I don't know, dude. It'll be interesting.
Is Jaume still a fan favorite, even with his recent controversy with?
Yeah, no, but look, the thing with Jaume is like,
those that knew him, that's not to be, that's what he's known for.
Dude, he stays with like these. Yeah, he stays with like these older women, and when he's not like, look, the thing is, he's a flirty guy. But here's the other thing I want to say.
He's very fun. He's very flirty.
Yeah, here's the other thing I want to say about Jaume and Lane. Did you see a single post from either of them about their relationship?
Yeah.
Did they flaunt it? Was it all over the place? Were they making videos together? Were they talked about on all the PPA videos? Was there articles done on pickleball.com? No. And so it wasn't as public. And so I think that he's going to create less backlash than.
Well, also
Paris.
They were very on and off.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. Lane's got to focus anyways. We ain't got time for this shit, Lane. We got a championship to win.
How about that near 50-year-old making Bristol finals?
Incredible. It's awesome. Incredible. Like, look, Tyler's not going to freaking bag on it. He thinks it's cool too.
I've said it.
He thinks it's cool. We all think it's cool. He's 48 years old. That's sick. That's amazing.
Yep.
I hope he freaking wins.
We have another one, nearly 50 years old. He is nearly 50 years old, but for some reason, when I say it's derogatory, but when
it was derogatory the way you said it.
How did I say it?
Because you were saying he's near 50, but he acts like a child.
I still stand by that.
Okay, well, then that's why it's derogatory when you say it.
How is that derogatory? Will Saturday semifinals for non-progressives be the norm for PPA going forward?
Dude, I don't like it, but I see why people do.
It was just weird having literally 20 other players on the same flight as me. It was weird.
Yeah,
Normally it's just me on the flight.
I have this weird like thing where I think if I go to a tournament,
Pickleball?
one of the things that makes pickleball great is how accessible the players are. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when you go to a tournament, like, and on a Saturday, because that's when a lot of people can go and everybody's gone.
Yep.
It's kind of weird.
Yep. Okay. This is a funny question, and it's coming from, I normally don't say who it's coming from, but it's coming from Vibe Pickleball League.
Okay.
And they say, how much money does Connor Pardo make from the PPA MLP?
And it's from Vibe. Is that a real Vibe account?
No, it's a different Vibe.
Oh, they stole that. They should freaking get him for. If I had to guess,
If you had to guess, yeah.
250,000.
You think his salary is 250?
Yeah. If I had to guess, what do you think?
I've heard what it was.
Is it more or less than that?
From what I heard, it was more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 250. Maybe it's a little more. Maybe I bet he gets bonuses. I bet he doesn't need it. Allegedly.
All right, All right, quick question.
You don't buy that lot in 3 falls and need it.
Quick question. Great. It's not the finals. The finals are great, but it's the earlier rounds. It's the round of 64. It's the round of 32. It's the round of 16. It's the quarterfinals. And a lot of the times right now.
What sport are we talking about?
Tennis, pickleball.
Okay.
Like those are the fun rounds.
You think the wild card round is more fun than?
Sometimes. Those are great.
Do you think that?
Round of 16 for PPA men's doubles oftentimes has way more exciting matches than semifinals.
Okay, that's fair.
In my opinion. But those players, most of those players, let's call it, say they're on a contract right now for 80 to 120. Let's call it 100,000.
Okay.
Divide that by 3, you're at what? $33,000 a year. And realistically, they're not going to be getting hardly any money from making it to the round of 16. And so
I don't know exactly what those numbers are. I think I can look them up.
It's very low.
I think I can look them up. I think that
so what I'm saying is it's very difficult for these types of players that make the sport fun to justify.
But weren't they getting that before? So what's changed?
They weren't getting that before the contracts.
But what I'm saying is 2 years ago, that's all they were playing for anyways.
Yeah, and it wasn't as exciting as it is now, I would say. The competition was less.
I think the competition was still good.
2 years ago? 2 to 3 years ago?
That was great. I mean, there's new players coming in, sure, but that's every sport. But my question is what has changed where from 2 years ago, everybody's playing for prize money.
Inflation, baby.
And now everybody thinks that they deserve guaranteed money, other than the fact that they were given guaranteed money for 2 years. Like 2 years ago, you guys were all playing for $2,000 a tournament appearance fee and then prize money. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah. And everyone was different, but yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like, that's not enough. Mm-hmm. We want guaranteed money. I'm just asking, like, that's a legitimate question.
Because they realize that.
Is it like you give a mouse a cookie and now you're trying to take it away?
I'm sure it is to some extent, but I mean, if you compare this to any other sport, it needs to be that way. These guys, they're not.
Tennis is not that way. Tennis, you play for prize money.
Exactly. But they're making so much, even just by losing in the first round, that they can justify.
Is it harder to make a round of 128 in the US Open in tennis or the round of 128 in PPA?
I don't know. Let's ask Jeannie Bouchard or Sam Querrey.
Who aren't in tennis anymore.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Some Joe Blow off the street, 5-0, David Beeger. Mm-hmm. Congrats to him. Beat Ben Johns, but the dude is at the University of Virginia playing pickleball.
He beat Ben Johns? It was Tyson McGuffin.
Or Tyson McGuffin, whatever. He's at the University of Virginia playing pickleball, right? Mm-hmm. And he ended up beating Tyson McGuffin. That dude wouldn't even make it in the round of 28 of the US Open playing tennis.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this a ton of times.
So the money that, like, I just feel like we're comparing apples to oranges because we're talking about a $4 billion industry compared to a $50 million industry. Like, you're not going to go to, if you're working at, here's in Tyler's land, if you're working at Meta, Facebook, and you're working at, and you're a programmer.
$200 million for a AI engineer.
Yeah. But say you're at Meta and you're a programmer or you're a programmer at, you'll just say the PICKLR.
Okay.
Right? Where do you expect to make more money? And your same qualification, same skills, same everything.
Well, Meta would have a lot more competition, but you would think Meta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Meta makes more, they're going to pay more. Like, I think that's the same. And I think the barrier of entry is probably, you just said it has more competition. So the barrier of entry is probably tougher at Meta than the PICKLR, where George is like, oh, this is my neighbor. He's in my ward.
Yeah.
George is going to he's not going to like that comment.
Where's Pickleball?
I mean, nobody knows, dude. Like, I get that he hurt his rib, but then he pulled out of this event. He's been gone for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. I mean, maybe his ribs hurt. This is coming from someone who actually had 3 broken ribs. I would be back by now. So either I'm Wolverine or Deckel.
Wolverine.
I don't know.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Look, this is going to be an interesting week. MLP. Oh, let's talk real quick. MLP San Diego.
Yeah,
you guys play Orlando.
Yes. Yep.
It's probably going to be Grayson.
I would imagine.
Grayson in 1 game to 11 is going to be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to drive everything. He's using that new Knox paddle,
which I don't know how half these paddles are getting past, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And then we're going to have Miami versus the Ranchers.
Mm-hmm. And the first round, so the play-in round, which is what we're doing on Thursday, that's just 1 game.
1 game to, one game, one match.
First 1 to 3, clinch.
Yep.
If you win that, the winner moves on and they'll play a 2 out of 3
2
game.
out of 3. And the Shock get to pick first.
Okay.
So the Shock will have to choose between you guys, the Ranchers, Orlando, Miami.
Whoever wins.
The winners. Or they can choose anybody.
Yeah.
So the Shock could actually choose like Columbus if they wanted to.
I wonder why they would do that.
I'm just saying they could.
Yeah. If there was
and then next would be Dallas would get to pick, and then so
because
on.
Andre and CJ aren't getting along right now, right?
Allegedly. Now here's my question: does LA get picked last? Which would put LA versus Brooklyn, because Brooklyn has the last pick.
I have no idea.
I would assume that nobody wants to play Ben.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so that means you're going to match up Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going to end up with LA.
Who will pick us if we win?
The Shock.
You think the Shock?
The Shock will take you guys over the Ranchers, yeah.
Okay. Over Columbus?
Yeah.
Even if there was like
Andre
weird chemistry going on?
Yeah, because if they get 3 of those 4, they're still dangerous.
You don't 3 of our 4 are dangerous?
I think they are. I think you guys are way better. I don't think that there's any easy matchups now. Unless Miami somehow upsets the Ranchers. Mm-hmm. I don't think that like there's a clear cut who you're going to choose.
Okay. So those matches will be played Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. So I think, and then if there's a third game, it goes to Sunday.
Gotcha.
And then the top 4 out of that, because now we're down to 8.
We'll play New York. New York.
Yep.
The following week.
The following week. And then Challenger, we play Florida on Friday.
Mm-hmm. You chose them.
We chose them. Yep. And then the DC will play Bay Area. Bay Area is using Jonathan Trong again. The winners of that will be chosen. Mm-hmm. So Vegas will get to choose first, and then
what's your record over Florida so far?
We've actually, funny enough, we are one of Florida's wins. I think they have 3 wins and we're one of them. Actually, I think we might be 2.
Wait, say that again. You what?
Florida has 3 wins.
And you're 2 of them?
And we're 2 of them. They beat us in.
And so you chose them again though?
We did. We feel like we're better.
Okay.
We feel like we're better.
How would you feel if they somehow upset you?
Listen, Casey Campbell can get hot. Travis is still very, very good. Mm-hmm. Martina and Paola. So one of our losses was with Ansbury. Okay. So Sarah Ansbury cooked us.
Okay.
Martina and Paola could obviously always get hot. Martina's been hitting the crap out of the ball. So yeah, you never know. Like there's no guarantees, but do we like that percentage wise
versus other ones?
Versus others, of course. So say we beat Florida, then say the DC wins.
Wait, is Challenger in New York as well?
Yes, just the champion.
Just the finals? Just
the finals, yep. So we will play our semifinal on Friday and Saturday as well. Yeah. Friday, Saturday.
But you guys don't start until Friday.
So we play 1 game Friday.
Into semis?
We play, Gotcha. We get buyed in the semis.
Gotcha. So the other ones start Thursday.
Yep. So Vegas will have to choose between the winner of the winners, and then DC the Chefs will get the other team. So it'll be interesting. Okay. I mean, I think we can beat Florida. I expect us to beat Florida. And then DC Bay Area will be interesting. I think only because we just beat Vegas and we've taken them to 3 Dream Breakers. I would assume Vegas picks DC or Bay Area if we win. And then we wouldn't see Vegas till the finals, and we'd end up playing Nashville 2 out of 3. But who knows? You never know.
Gotcha.
I mean, Steve Deacon might have something up his sleeve.
All right, guys, if you made it this far, this was a long pod. If you made it this far, please do us a big favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. It helps this channel grow, which we are in desperate need of.
We got to grow, guys. It's time.
We need more sponsors.
We need Viagra for our pod, so let's go. Make it grow.
All right. We will see you guys next week.